Another film which is out this week is this thing, Mother's Day, which is actually a remake of a 1980 film, which I think, if I'm remembering correctly, was originally banned by the BBFC. Story this time is there are a couple in a home that they've moved into that's recently been repossessed, and they've got all their friends around. Suddenly these guys turn up, one of them's got a gunshot wound, familiar theme, and they say, "What are you doing in our mother's house?" They don't realise that the mother has moved out, the new people have moved in, everybody then becomes a prisoner, they're going to ring up the mother turns up in the shape of scary Rebecca De Mornay. You're going to hear a clip, and I've been told to say in advance, the clip is creepy.
Well, now it's time for show and tell. I am going to show, and you are going to tell. You loved your little boy, didn't you? Was he the light of your life? The apple of your eye? Was he the best thing that ever happened to you? Did you see yourself in him? And his smile, and his laugh. What a beautiful child. Such a shame. You must have relived that moment a million times. When you looked away.
You see, the audience couldn't hear it because the PA was off. Should we just do a little bit of it for them?
Yeah, well, the key reason, we should, if Robert was here, we could mention this. One of the reasons it was scary was that there was a little piano in the background. It was sort of doing tubular bells.
It kind of, yeah, just a little bit. The deal with this is, I mean, Rebecca De Mornay is a very good actress, and actually, I think she has found it hard to find projects that are up to her. I mean, she did sort of, creepy horror before. She did The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, which I kind of thought was all right. It was a functional thriller. The problem with this is, it's directed by one of the guys who ended up directing the Saw franchise movies, and it is very nasty. I mean, the idea, the setup is quite interesting. There are these brothers, and they bring in their mother, and the mother is scarier than any of them because she's the person who has somehow, looked after this brood who have turned up in all these twisted ways. But it very quickly gets down to that business of people being spectacularly nasty and unpleasant to each other in spectacularly nasty and unpleasant ways. The BBFC rating says it details all the scenes of violence, then says all these scenes occur within a film whose often sadistic violence and bloody scenes appear within a narrative that is rooted in the real world and is played straight. There is strong sadistic edge to much of the human-on-human violence, whatever that means. Some sexual terrorization, strong realistic bloody violence, and a strong sense of genuine threat. Actually, the main problem with it was it's long and drawn out and protracted and just felt increasingly like if we just crank up the nastiness, then somehow we'll get away with it, and somehow people won't notice that actually what was quite an interesting idea at the beginning has just fallen away into nothingness, and we are just left with a film whose impact is it's nasty, it's sadistic, but it's not particularly thrilling. You're looking over your shoulder.
Well, the cellists are back.
Yes, they are. They came back because they heard that I was just about to review Honey 2, and they want to know whether it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down.